Welcome. Good morning. Saturday morning, college football kickoff Saturday morning. Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Armando Black, and my co host here with me, D Truth. Sniper, you knew will be in here shortly. Week 2. And we already have a blockbuster game here today. We've had a little drama in the season so far. Last night, a little upset down in Dallas. BYU upset SMU. Today, hey, there could be some potential upsets in this lineup today, uh, especially in Charlotte. Some people are calling the upset in Charlotte. Some people are calling the upset in Ann Arbor. But before we get all into that, I want to salute the chat, Top Op, Clarence Banks. Salute everyone. Those of you coming in, please hit the like button. Good morning. Happy Saturday, fellas.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to you.
It
Bro, hey, is today Saturday? Is
is
today
Saturday.
Saturday?
Already.
Hey, man.
Already.
Hey, listen. Good morning, chat. Good morning to Big Brother Armando Black. Good morning to Big Brother D Truth. Hey, it's going to be a beautiful day. It might not look beautiful outside, but it's going to be a beautiful day today. Nice and cool. It's a good football weather. I
Yes, it
remember,
is.
I remember back in the day before uh, when it's still in high school, middle school. This weather right here, we had the boys go to the schoolyard and we went out there and played tackle football. Man, I miss those days. I know these knees can't do it now, but hey, I
Mhm.
wish I could get out there and try. You know what I'm saying? But yes, good morning, go dogs.
Good morning, and go dogs to you too. D Truth got a big one. Got a big one tonight. Think it's tonight or it's 3:30. Cal and Auburn.
It's 3:30. It's 3:30. 3:30.
3:30.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna take care of business. That's all need to be said, and I don't even need to talk about. They're gonna take care of business at Jordan Hare.
Ooh, the
Okay, we
confidence.
go talk a little bit a little bit about it. Okay, because it's one of the premier games on the schedule. It's an out of conference matchup. Anything can happen in those out of conference matchups. You never know. Last night we had a Big 12 ACC matchup down in Dallas. All of us up on the panel was so sure that SMU was going to take care of business, and BYU went in there and upset them. They defense stood up, stood tall, and they had SMU kicking field goals all night. So you never know. You never know. You never know.
Correction. Can I give a correction, please?
Hmm.
Even though I wasn't able to pick the game yesterday.
Hmm.
I you was an SMU fan because you said the oil industry, the money, all that good stuff going on down there.
Hmm.
But I don't think I would have. I'm not going to say that because I don't know what I would have picked. But hey, it is. But don't say everybody on the panel because I had mine dropped off yesterday after I went to go watch the.
I stand corrected. I stand corrected. You had to drop down.
Hey,
Um.
real
Hmm.
quick,
Uh-huh.
cousin scored a touchdown last night on a fade. Carrollton High School beat Lithia Springs 63-0. It was 45-0
Hmm.
at halftime.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Congratulations to them. Now on SMU, I think good morning, Dub. Salute to you. Salute, salute, salute. You did tell us about USC, but that's one game. That's one down. I think you got 11 more to go. But Carter, salute to you. Salute, salute, salute. Um, SMU, in order for them to get to the level that they were on back in the early 80s, I think they're going to need an elite head coach. They're going to need an elite head coach. Depending on how this season goes, if this season is if it takes a turn for the worse, if I was them, I would think about looking for an elite head coach. A head coach. When I mean elite, I mean a head coach that can pull in some good recruits. to the school, some 5 stars, because the Pony, I talk a lot about the Pony Express. They wouldn't have been able to do it without Ron Meyer. Ron Meyer laid the tracks and pretty much built that program to what it was for those 3 or 4 years. So they're going to need an elite head coach in order to take care of business. So, but salute to SMU. They're 2-1. They're still not out of it. That's a non-conference loss. I think that ACC is wide open this year. What do you guys think? That ACC is wide open this year. So I think the winner of that conference will more than likely maybe have 2 or 3 losses.
I think that you're going to get a team with 1 loss out of the ACC. Everybody else is going to have 2 or 3. I think even my pick for the ACC, Miami, is going to have a loss. They're going to have a hiccup. But I mean, SMU, they like you said, they need to. If it's not a head coach, they need to get a offensive coordinator that's has a imagination. Put some plays together that fits their scheme. Looking at the stats last night, I mean, it was fairly close, but it wasn't. It wasn't the SMU of old. And I'm not the type of person to go back to the past. They are who they are as of today. They played hard. This BYU just had their number and they couldn't get into the end zone.
Exactly.
I'll tell you, both defenses played pretty good last night. Because when either one of them needed a big play, both defenses stood up, and that was with BYU how they score and how SMU score. That's a low scoring game. That was a low scoring game. So, so in other words, that game could have went either way. So, right there, it just goes to show you sometimes a big game like Texas, Michigan, or Michigan, Ohio State. Them games like that, you know how to usually go. Somebody might know each other out, but nobody pays attention to SMU and BYU. And as I told you on last night backstage, that with BYU SMU, that actually is the rivalry. But people don't know about that. So, so you don't get that in rivalry.
Exactly. Now, on to another subject here. And salute to you, Jay Thomas. Salute to you. Salute. LSU. Brian Kelly. Now, for those of you that really don't know the history of LSU, we're talking 21st century. We're not going back to the Mike Archer days of the 80s, okay? And one would argue Mike Archer's only roadblock was Pat Dye and the Auburn Tigers, okay? But let's go into the 2000s. In comes Nick Saban as the head coach. And in his 3rd year, they win a national title. Okay. Salute to you, Phoenix. Salute to you. Salute to everyone. Make sure you hit that like button. So let's go to Les Miles. In comes Les Miles. Nick Saban takes an offer in the NFL with the Dolphins. In comes Les Miles in his 3rd season, national title. Les Miles resigns. In comes Ed Orgeron. What happens? In his 3rd season, Ed Orgeron, national title. We're in year 3, and they've already lost their season opener. This is the 3rd year in a row. They have not won. I'm sorry. I think this is the 4th, but it's 3 under Brian Kelly, 1 under Ed Orgeron. They have not won a season opener since 2019. They have not won a season opener this decade. For this team to have the entire state of Louisiana to themselves. Now, I understand Tulane is getting some of those players, but let's be honest, they're getting players that are left over. They're getting players that LSU don't really have enough room for on the roster. They have that entire state to themselves. They're not going through what Bama's going through, where they have to go battle with Arbor for the state of Alabama. They're not going through what Georgia is going through, where they have to battle with Georgia Tech for players. And now you can add Georgia State in the mix in the Atlanta metro area for those kids. So they're pretty much the only elite blue blood team in the Southeast that doesn't have to compete in their own state for 4 and 5 star talent. But yet they've fallen off since 2019. This is if I'm a LSU fan, and your season is not over, okay, by far. Your season is not over. But if I'm an LSU fan, this would be concerning. Because if you look at the pattern of the 21st century, 3 years, they're in the title picture. It's been 5 years. 5 years since Joe Burrow and Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, they walked out of the Superdome with a championship and a cigar in their hand. That's been 5 years. What's going on down in Baton Rouge, fellas? D-Truth, I'm going to start with you. Well, we'll go with you, Sniper.
Well, the one thing is, first of all, Joe Burrows was a freak of nature. Okay. Joe Burrows was a freak of nature. He came from Ohio State, and he went well in the system with LSU. So not winning your season opener, I know that is exciting. I know that is exciting, but you think about it. LSU 2000 and last year went 10-3. The year before 10-4. Now 2021, like you said, it was a low year. They went 6-7, 5-5, 15-0 in 2019. So did they really fall off? If their record is 10-3, 10-4, did they really fall off? Or, the competition. They still had a very good record through those years, but they had to play Bama, Texas A&M, Ole Miss. So I don't think it's too much of a concern of losing your season opener, because if you can lose your season opener and go 10-3, you did something good. You wasn't in the playoff race, but you go 10-3 this year. There's a possibility you're going into, or let's say 10-2. There's a possibility you are going into the and one of those low seeds in the playoffs. So LSU, just keep or improve on what you're doing. Don't keep doing what you're doing, then you'll make a lie out of me. But let's keep pushing and keep fighting through at the end of the year. You also got to think too, a lot of these kids are not going to big name schools because of what you said earlier. They want to go someplace where they want to play. You still got Grambling down there. You still got Louisiana Tech down there. That's not no slouch. I know they're not Power 5 conference caliber, but they ain't no hole no blood. You know what I'm saying? So they still got to compete with these teams.
Okay.
of getting players.
Okay. Now everything you just said, it sounds good, brother. It sounds good. But in real life, we talking about LSU. All right. And what the fans have been spoiled. Same thing now. See, you kind of be a little hypocrite now. Same thing you said about Clemson yesterday. You said, okay, Dabo has set the standard. The 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 three previous predecessors have set the standard for LSU. 3 years, ring. 3 years, ring. 3 years, ring. Now they ain't, losing season openers and settling for 9-3. This is something foreign to LSU fans in this generation. A generation is every 25 years. In this generation, all they've seen is SEC championships, national championships, and if not that, finishing at least in the top 5, competing for SEC. Their only roadblock was kind of like what Georgia was going through, was Bama. Now they're dropping games to teams that they shouldn't be dropping games to. It's like they're a little on the downward spiral. Now I understand what you're saying. They're not out of it. They're officially not out of it. But they have a gauntlet, brother. That means that Bama game is a must win. Everything else on their schedule, Texas A&M, those games are a must win now. And that's going to be a tall order. Good morning, How this your team that we're discussing? How do you feel about your LSU? I mean, is this something that's acceptable with the fan base? I mean, you guys have won 3 national championships this century,
Yeah, they messed up. They definitely did mess up this last game. They messed up big time. But they're coming back, y'all. Trust me. They're not, that's just everybody has their moment. So they had theirs. Now they got to get on the ball, and that's what they're going to do. Period.
Armando.
Go LSU.
Armando.
Yep. Go ahead.
Armando. Mm-hmm. If you hit me with it sounds good. One more time.
That's mine. You gonna get hit with it. You gonna get hit with it if you said something that triggers it. And that triggered it. Okay. That triggered it because you said out of your own mouth yesterday, the media is not being unfair to Dabo because of what? He set the bar with those 2 national titles. And so the same goes for Dabo. The same should go for the LSU athletic department, the football program. They set a bar. Think about it now. You're a fan base and your team is winning national titles every other 3 years. And if they're not winning a national title, they're competing, finishing in the top 5, and they're beating teams that they should beat. Their only hiccups were against a top-ranked Bama team or maybe a top-ranked Texas A&M team, but they were not losing games in the season opener to teams that they were better than on paper, pound for pound.
Okay, let's start right there. Mm-hmm. On paper.
You didn't even know who the USC quarterback was coming in the season. You didn't know his name. None of us did.
Who?
You did not know who the USC starting quarterback was. None of us knew his name.
Oh yeah,
we did not mention his name in the pregame show.
But you you're right. I mean, I can't. Hey, listen. Hey, but here's the deal. You on paper, in your words, it sounds good, it reads good, it looks good on paper. But when you're doing, would you like to have a painting, or would you like to go out and look at that ocean in real life? You got once those pads are on and those feet hit the gridiron, that the paper's out the window, bro. You think about it. Coming back home, Clemson's defense was better than ours on paper. Who stood tall? We said the same
media.
thing. Hey, Florida
the media
State
was
on paper.
saying the media was saying that Clemson's defense was better than ours, but you knew, and I knew, and if I was on a panel with them on game day last Saturday, if I would have been up there on the panel with them down in College Station, I would have hit them with, it sounds good. It sounds good. But in real life, in today's college football world, we all know who's the kings of college football when it comes to defense. Them boys down there in Athens.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this real quick. So in LSU, is it coaching or is it the players they're picking?
It's the entire program. I'm not putting all of this on Brian Kelly, and I'm gonna tell you why. And tell me if I'm wrong, D-True. Tell me if I'm wrong. Step in and tell me if I'm wrong. And everyone listen to me real good. I'm gonna make this plain and simple. I'm not blaming this on Brian Kelly. Here's why. Brian Kelly took Notre Dame to the playoffs twice. He did it in 2018, and he turned around and did it in 2020 in the pandemic. And let's not forget now, that pandemic year, he had a gauntlet of a schedule. He had a gauntlet of a schedule. They had a tough schedule. So I'm not putting this on Brian Kelly. It's the culture. It's that something going on with that AD. Is something off down there in Baton Rouge. It's something off down there, brother. Salute to you, Kenyon.
How do you say it's with the I say it's the play calling and the personnel, just like Nick Saban said. Just like Nick Saban said. Y'all are talking about $1 million players. But if you don't put the right personnel on the field, you're shit out of luck. Remember what, hey, you heard Nick Saban say that last week, right? On the game day.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, okay? Honestly, in that Sugar Bowl last year, pound for pound, who had the better team, Texas or Washington? On paper, who had the more talent?
On paper, it was Texas.
Okay, all right. Sometimes the best team, the better team, don't win. Sometimes it's just the team that's just better on that given night.
Exactly.
But hold on. I'm gonna say this right here. Cause
I agree.
But look at, you guys take a look at that. Look at this right here. Who says a team is better on paper? Humans, right? Human right say, oh, this team better than this team on paper, right?
With a human eye.
Yeah, but I said on paper. I ain't saying human eye. I said on paper. It's written down.
I mean, the human eye. Hold up. Think about what you just said. The human eye.
I ain't saying why y'all was talking.
Let me finish. You asked the question. Let me finish. You asked a question, bro. You got to give somebody a chance to answer. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
But at the same time, that paper could be wrong. As soon as that team get on the field, and you know how bulletin board material gets, that team feels slighted. Just like that game, they said Clemson defense was better on paper than the Bulldog defense, right?
That's what the media was saying. On paper,
the Bulldog defense took that to heart, and guess what they went out and do? Okay, since you said Clemson defense is better than ours, we're going to shut you down. So I can write anything on paper, and the coach can do all they can at practice. But if it don't translate to the field, it doesn't matter what's on paper.
Okay, all right. Let me land the plane. Let me land, but y'all be pausing. I be thinking y'all done. Let me land the plane. Okay, what you see on paper is what you call analytics. All right, who comes up with the analytics? the sports writers. How they come up with it? By the eye test. Okay. All right. So you're saying what's on paper doesn't matter. All right. So and that sounds good. Okay. So I'm gonna give you an example. Cal and Arbor. When we opened up the show, I said, well, big game today. You confidently said, oh, we're going to take care of business. We're going to take a minute. Why do you feel that way? Because you know Auburn has the better squad on paper. They haven't played a game. They have not hit the field yet. It's morning time. But you are confident that Auburn is going to take care of business. Why? Because the analytics say that Auburn is the better squad on paper. That's the point that I'm making.
Not so fast, my friend. Only not said what I said. I say that every game because I'm confident in my team. I don't worry about no analytics. Analytics could be wrong. You know why analytics? Sports writers all put it on paper, but you know what? They throw the numbers in a computer and come up with the analytics. Analytics. Look at the analytics. Lane Kiffin be going through. And all the dumb mistakes he be making on the field. While Ole Miss they had lost a ball game. Analytics could be wrong, and we know it. It all up to the players and the coaches and the preparations they get when they put the players on the field. What goes on? Analytics goes out the window. When around the game, analytics goes out the window. Now, analytics goes out the window because you don't know what's going to happen to the ball game. So, analytics, paperwork, it doesn't matter. LSU and USC, although USC 1-0, LSU 0-1, that don't mean nothing. That's just one game. Let's see how they progress during the season. Then we come back to this visit. One game. Go ahead.
Salute to you, Bronze. Salute to you, most hated Bronze. And let me make this perfectly clear because we got the LSU crowd up in, and salute to the Facebook trash talking groups that have joined us here this morning. I'm not writing off LSU's 2024 season. I'm basically giving an overall summary of the last 5 years. I'm basically breaking down that there is a problem in this decade compared to the last 3 decades. There is something is off with the program because it's been 5 years since they've been relevant, since they've been of relevancy. 5 years since they walked out of that Superdome with that victory over Clemson and with cigars in their hand. It's been 5 years, fellas. I know the time has went by pretty fast, and it seems like it wasn't that long ago, but that was 5 years ago when they went on that magical run.
Okay, how is it they haven't been relevant when who did they lose? They lost to Alabama. No, they beat Alabama last year, didn't they?
They lost Alabama last year.
Okay, so how were they irrelevant when they had a 10-3?
Tell me how they've been relevant since 2019. I want to hear this. So you can start with 2020 and work your way to 2023.
Damn 2020. The last 2 years, they're 20 and doggone 6. How are they not relevant? They didn't get past 2 teams, 3 teams in the last 3 years.
Okay. You're looking at it as a Georgia fan.
No, I'm looking at it as a sports fan. That I'm looking at their record, and I don't see how you say they're not relevant when. Go ahead.
Going by their standard. See, you're going by their standard. I'm looking at it from the lens of an LSU fan, from the purple and gold. All right. Their standard is conference championships. Their standard is playoffs. Their standard is a national title once every 3 years. What's going on now? And if they don't win the SEC, they at least finish in second. You know what I'm saying? If they don't win the national title, they're at least finishing in the top 5. Look at the years before, leading up to the Joe Burrows. They were finishing strong. They were not losing season openers and losing games to teams that they should beat, or struggling with teams that they should beat. They were not doing that in the Fournette days.
Yeah,
That's what I'm going by. Huh?
I got a question. Is it fair for fans, sports analysts to go by what the previous coaches did versus what the head coach is doing now? Is it fair to put them under that spotlight, that team under the spotlight? I think it's really not fair, but it's done.
It's not, but they do it to everyone else. They done it to
Yeah.
Ohio State. Hold up now. The knock on Ryan Day is, okay, this is the year. Ryan Day, why have we been saying, we were saying during the offseason and live on the air, Ryan Day got to do something. You know why? Because of the culture, the bar that Urban Meyer set, and the fact that all of those 4 and 5 star talent that's around him. So we're expecting greatness when the bar is set.
Yeah, I'm saying that. I wasn't just talking about LSU. I'm talking about all the teams. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can't compare all the teams because all the cultures are not the same. You can't compare Mississippi State. Mississippi State would love to go 9-3. them fans are probably celebrate like they don't want a Super Bowl. If you tell them you're gonna finish 9-3, but LSU fans, bro, they look, man, they are spoiled. They are spoiled just like Clemson fans, Ohio State fans, right now, UGA fans, LSU. You got to think about it, man. They've been on top. They've been in the upper echelon of the SEC.
Okay, so let's look in the past a little bit. You lost to Florida State. How did Florida State end last year? They were supposed to be in the playoffs last year, but due to injuries and people didn't think they was going to fare well in the playoffs, they was taken out. They lost to Ole Miss. Anybody can lose to Ole Miss any given Saturday. Am I correct?
Yeah, you're right.
They lost to Alabama. Okay, and they lost to Alabama. They got their butts whipped in Alabama. But that's 3 games that you have to. I mean, they got to strap up and really, really, they get to it. So, what teams last year that they lost to that they were better than? You can't say Ole Miss. Because again, Ole Miss put up 100 points in 2 minutes.
Last year, in my opinion, you had the best pass rusher, in my opinion, in the conference, Harold Perkins. You had the Heisman trophy winning quarterback on your squad. So you got the best defensive player on your squad. You got the best offensive player in the nation on your squad.
That's 2 out of
21. Ole Miss ain't got neither one of them. We talking about the same Ole Miss team that gave up 50 plus points to Georgia. Okay, so I think LSU was a better team talent-wise than Ole Miss last year. Now, this year is different. I give you that. But last year, LSU was the more talented team. I feel like LSU was more talented than Bama. They had more talent. Come on, that quarterback, it ain't even close. Defense, the LSU's defense was better than to me was better than Bama's.
Well, the score says
in big games, something happened. Go ahead.
That's it. In big games, I mean, the score didn't say that they had the better defense. They lost 42-28.
I understand what you're saying. On that night, Bama was better. On that night, Bama was the better team, but coming into the game analytically, LSU was better than all three of the teams that they lost to last year. To me, come on now. If they would have had a rematch, if Florida State and LSU would have had a rematch in the playoffs, LSU would have beat them by 2 touchdowns. That LSU team last year. There were a couple of games that Bama won last year they didn't have no business winning. They got plain lucky against Auburn. They should not have beaten Arkansas. The refs gave them some assistance in the SEC championship game. South Florida, they could have easily lost to South Florida. That Bama team last year was suspect. Let's not sweep under the rug with certain things, balls bouncing, funny, and things just luckily went Bama's way. And they ended up in Pasadena in a playoff game. Let's not act like that wasn't one of Nick Saban's worst teams. And a lot of sports analysts said it throughout the season, that this may be one of Nick Saban's worst teams since the first one, 2007.
But you see what I'm saying there. I don't think they're out of the relevance picture. Yes, they lose their home opener.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The hell, they lost to Florida State twice. Okay, but again, 2022, they was an SEC championship, were they not?
Yes, they were.
And they came up against they lost to the national championship champions that year, right?
Yeah, yes, okay. They did.
So they came up against a hard task. So I don't think they finished. They finished good in 2022. They finished good. They didn't go to the SEC championship in 2023, but I just agree to disagree with you that they're not irrelevant. Yes, they're spoiled, but that don't mean that they're not irrelevant, because again, 2022, they was an SEC championship. They just went against the national champions of 2022, 2023. Like you said, the ball didn't roll in their favor. And you never know what this year is going to bring for them.
Well, the reason why I say to their standard is because their standard, for what I've seen since the turn of the century, finishing in the top 5, beating the teams that they're clearly better than. And if they did lose, it would be against teams that were just flat out better than them. All right. And when I also mean by relevancy, okay, let's be honest. There was a time that this LSU team would be feared. There was a time, if you got your schedule for the following season and you saw LSU on that schedule, it pumped a little fear in you. You was concerned. Now, no one feels that way. Like you say, nobody fears Bama. Nobody fears LSU. No one. You see them on the schedule, oh, you look at them like, oh, hey, that's Kentucky. Hey, you look at them the same way. No one fears them anymore.
I'm telling you this, I feel like, my opinion, that no team fears no team these days no more because of the NIL and the transfer portal. Not like back in the day when you got to actually go recruit the best player and get them on your team. See, no team fears no team no more. Because we all know any given Saturday, some team that a team should beat could wind up beating that team that should beat them. But no team fears no team no more. And that is gone out the window with the transfer portal and the NIL. That's just the bottom line to
it. There's a few teams out there that's feared. And and it might not be noticeable as it was back in the heyday, but there's teams out there that's still feared. Just because I'm a Georgia fan, people don't want to play Georgia. Just because and people don't want to play Ohio State. People don't want to go out and play the Utahs. There's teams out there that still fear because you never know what you're gonna get on that Saturday. You can come out there and get your butt busted, thinking that you don't fear a team. Just because Alabama was down last year, people still feared them because they didn't know they still knew what Nick Saban could do with his team. And so I disagree with you on that, Bubba. I think that there's still teams out there that people will fear coming up each weekend because they look at film from last week and say, God, dog, how are we going to get past this defense? How are we going to stop this offense? How are we going to stop this receiver? How are we going to stop this running back? There's teams that fear, bro. It's not as noticeable as last year, but it is. Let's get with the questions. Let's go. You got me amped up.
And I just got one more thing to say. You know, according to your logic, bro. So if your team gets selected into the playoffs, all right. So who would you rather face in the first round? NC State or Ohio State? Come on now.
Who would I rather?
No, not you. Not you. I'm talking the truth. If Arbor made it to the playoffs, who would you rather draw in that first round? Ohio State or NC State?
It really ain't gonna matter. Because both games got to be played. It really ain't gonna matter. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. It doesn't matter who the team is. You still got to go play the game. Once the game is played and over with, hey, it is what it is. Your team wins, your team wins. If it don't, it don't. I'm just being blunt honest. Does it really matter? NC State? Oh, I'm going to play NC State. They might lose to NC State. Oh, they should be want to play NC State instead of Ohio State. Why? Who is Ohio State? Ohio State is nobody. They put 11 defense players out there, put 11 offense players out there, just like Auburn do. So it really ain't going to matter. It all depends on how the game is played and can the team execute.
Bro, you drinking that Miss Media drink early in the morning.
No, I'm not. I'm calling like I see it. Armando, you better tell him. I call it right down the line.
You don't need justification. You don't need justification from Armando.
I call it like I see it. It'd be like, Auburn analytics have said Auburn better than NC State on paper. Yeah. NC State would have beat Auburn in the playoff. Oh, Ohio State better than Auburn. Analytics says that. It doesn't matter. It all depends on what the players do between that line. You can go, like I said, games played, analytics goes out the window, and it's about what team to execute and commit the less penalty and get the game won. It doesn't matter.
That is for every game out there, bro. But
that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You see what I'm talking about.
You got to put me. It doesn't matter.
That's why I said no team feels no team no more.
I guarantee you, if I could ask 1,000 Auburn fans, bro, and you would be out of the 1,000, you would be 999. You would be one that would say that. Every other Auburn fan would say it ain't about being scared of anyone. It's gamesmanship, and the gamesmanship would say, "All right, I would much rather face and take my chances against NC State than against Ohio State."
Truth.
You know, it's a gamesmanship. It ain't about being afraid of anybody. I mean, at the end of the day, you ain't afraid of nobody. It's about gamesmanship. You knew, take over.
Thank you, Jesus. It's all about how the game is played here between the lines.
It is because the game was played on paper. Shoot, a whole lot of teams would be winning the national championship.
No, it's you missed the whole point there, Uncle Fester.
Should Dabo be in the hot seat right now? Sniper.
Should Dabo be in the hot seat right now? Well, it's one of those. It's too early to tell. When it gets to the big boy games, then we got to see what and see how he fares out. But should he be in a hot seat? I'm gonna say no, and the only reason, like I said, it's early season. Last year's gone. You lost your first game, but it's not the end of the road. You have to win the games ahead of you. You have to win if he does not win the ACC this year, or if he does lose it by one or a field goal, then if he loses more than a field goal, yes, he'll be in a hot seat. But as of right now, no.
All right, Armando.
Nope. Absolutely not. Nada. Hell to the no. This man has delivered 2 national titles to the University of Clemson. All right. Before that magical season with Deshaun Watson, let's not forget their last national title was back in 1981, the year that Ronald Reagan was inaugurated as president. Okay. All right, it was that long ago. That school was in the same boat with Georgia. They were going through a serious dry spell. That man came in, that program was in the dumpster fire. He brought that program out of the dumpster into relevancy. And also, let's not forget, his road to those national titles were very tough. He had to go through Oklahoma, Ohio State, and he had to beat Bama twice. He beat Nick Saban twice on the big stage, something that no other coach can say. Big stage meaning national championship. Not in no lucky, game and lucky kick 6 in the regular season, the season finale, or accidentally trying out 12 men on the field. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about on the big stage in front of the bright lights in a national championship game. He beat the GOAT twice. So for anybody to say that this man should be in a hot seat if they don't do this, this man could go 5-7. And if he could go 5-7 this year, and if anybody thinking about even got the idea of getting rid of this man or running him out of Clemson, then they deserve what they got coming to, them. They're going to end up like, you want to run off these elite coaches just because you're going through a little dry spell. Look at Nebraska. Look what they've gone through. Look at what Tennessee went through when they ran Former off. Look at what Florida's going through when they ran Dan Mullen off. Hey, be careful what you ask for.
All right, teacher.
I'm going to say it like this. No coach should be on the hot seat after the first game. No coach should be. And, yeah, we know coaches, the reputation that precedes them, they should have a good team every year. They should be competing for the national championship every year, be in the playoff every year. That right there is ludicrous because you don't know what going to happen during the season. For him to be on so people say he should be on the hot seat. No, I don't think he should be on the hot seat, especially after one game. And he played a top caliber team the first game. Hey, if we go, let's say he go 6-6 or 6-7, should he still be on the hot seat? No, because every team gonna go through a down year sooner or later. So if a team go through, you have success, and the team fight go through a down year, that coach should be on the hot seat. No, if the coach was there and did nothing them years, yeah. But you don't have success and the coach cannot have a down year, he should be on the hot seat. Cause like everybody on the player probably agree with me. Us as fans, as sports analysts, we have got spoiled. We have got spoiled by some team's success. And we expect it every time. But it's not going to happen every time. So, no, he should be on the hot seat.
And I just want to follow up with this too. Okay. Not only 2 national titles you knew, but also let me just remind everyone, all of those ACC titles that he has, and not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 playoff appearances total in the playoff era. And we just started the playoffs 10 years ago. The man has been to 5. That ain't easy. You got some coaches that are being put up on a pedestal that ain't even made it to 1 playoff yet. You got some programs that wish they could see a play. Go down there and ask them people down there in Gainesville. Would they love for their team to be in the playoffs at least 1 year? You know that, Sniper. Come on now.
But
them Clemson fans are spoiled, bro. They spoiled rotten.
Man, listen. The generational curse is catching up with college football. What can you do for me now? That's the only reason why this question came up. What can you do for me now? Nobody cares. They care, but nobody cares what you did last year. Nobody cares how many championships you win and what you've done for that organization. You know what I'm saying? So it's the generational curse is coming up to what can you do for me as of today? So, but again, let this man do what he do. He's the only coach that doesn't go into the transfer portal. He coaches his own team. And like you said, five trips to the playoffs out of 10 years. And it wasn't he got put in because they liked him. Now his team worked hard for that. But again, generational curse. What can you do for me as of now? Have you won me a national championship now? Have you done this for me now? Have you won the ACC for me now? Can you win for me now?
Anybody else?
Hell no, I dropped the mic. Let's go.
Wow. Okay. This year's Heisman race will be the best Heisman race since 2005. Armando?
It's shaping up to be that way. It's shaping up to be that way. We have so many candidates. Let me start it. Travis Hunter, Shadur is in there. You got to include Shadur in there. You got Carson Beck, you got Ewers, you got Milroe, Jackson Dart. This is going to be This is gonna be a hell of a Heisman race this year. I'm not saying it could be on the level of '05, but it could be darn near close.
All right, D-Truth.
This Heisman race is it ain't no kick up favorites in this Heisman race, and I'm like this right here. You start the Heisman talk early, like we do. It's kind of minute. The see, I can see started at probably the middle of the season, but as of now, it is close. It no, it is no clear cut favorite right now. So it's close. It's gonna be close through the year, and it's gonna change with different people being the top dog in the Heisman race.
All right, Sniper.
Reggie Bush, Vince Young, Matt Leinart, Brady Quinn, Michael Robinson, AJ Hawk. Just a few names on the 2005 trophy voting, Heisman Trophy voting. This year, with the talent that's out there, it's going to give 2005 a run for its money. Travis Hunter, Mr. Sanders, Prime Jr., Carson Beck. If you think about some of these names that's on the Heisman ballot this year, and again, I agree with the truth. There's going to be some folks that's come in late. You got the boy from Oregon that they put in as a Heisman candidate, or early pick for a Heisman candidate. They match up with the 2005 candidates. Now, would I like to see some more defensive players on that list? I sure will. You do have Hunter, but he's going both ways, and I think the panel believe that it's going to be he's going to go as Heisman as a receiver. But yes, it's going to give 2005 a great run for its money.
Yeah, you right about that, Sniper. And who is going to be a late candidate to jump in the Heisman picture like Trey Mason did? Who's gonna be the dark horse? That's what I want to see. Who's gonna be the dark horse to hop in the Heisman race late in the season? Gonna get interesting.
Keep an eye on that kid at Ohio State, Jeremiah Smith. Man, that dude is unguardable. I mean, you have no choice but to put two men on him. You got to double team him. He can't be slowed down with one man. That dude, he has the speed, the height, the size. He just get. If you thought Marvin Harrison was a problem, Jeremiah Smith is going to be a nightmare. But I just want to piggyback off of what Sniper said, man. We are ladies and gentlemen, we got to take all of this in. We are right now, we're in the golden era of college football, the greatest era that we've ever seen in our lifetime, and even the generations before us, they're not experiencing what we're experiencing talent-wise. We are spoiled. Between the transfer, the NIL, and the 12-team playoffs, we're spoiled. Now, some people don't like the NIL, but one good thing that the NIL is doing that I love is keeping these kids in school. They're not in a hurry. Salute to you, Teron Black. They're not in a hurry to jump and leave after 3 years. It was getting so bad to where some players were, doing things on purpose so they could get disqualified from playing their junior year, so to protect their draft status. It was getting that bad. Now these kids have an alternative. They getting paid to stay, and I think that's a good thing for college football. The talent is being spread out now because of the NIL and the transfer portal and the 12 team. Oh my goodness, we're getting good football. Salute to you, Integrity. We're getting good quality college football for the first time ever in the month of December. Can you imagine how lit the month of December is going to be? That first round, you could see a situation where LSU is hosting a playoff game, or Oklahoma State is hosting a playoff game. Never before seen. We are in the golden era of college football. We're blessed. We cherish this. We are spoiled, Sniper. You are exactly right. We are spoiled, brother.
All right, next question. Can a Razorbacks win over Oklahoma State today secure Sam Pittman's job for another year? Yes or no, Sniper?
I don't think this is going to be the game that determines his future of coaching Arkansas. I think that it's how the season ends. Again, if y'all know I hate this doing this, but if we look back, Arizona was on top for a minute there. Back in the early 90s to 2000s, they was contenders. But what has Sam Pittman done for that organization since he's been there? What has he done? What is his record against top opponents since he's been there? So I think it's the way his season ends is going to determine his future, not just this game against Oklahoma State.
All right, D-Truth.
I don't think this game going to matter much, because this is what the second game. But although it is against an affordable opponent like Oklahoma State, I think Sam Pittman job will be secure after this game, whether lose or draw. And it all depends on what he do in the SEC and the rest of the year, if his job is secure or not. This game is not going to secure or unsecure his job. It's not going to really do nothing.
All right, Armando.
Okay, if you don't mind, I would like to answer Integrity's question first before I go into this question right here. Said when we beat Texas, and he's a Michigan fan. Salute to you, Integrity. He said, when we beat Texas today, do we jump to number 3 spot, Mondo? I'm going to give you one better than that, because if that happens, that would be the best victory of the season. That would be the biggest victory of the season so far for any team. So I would say you jump to number 2. I don't think you will jump Georgia. You won't jump Georgia, but you'll jump Ohio State as well. So I think it would be in the fact that you're the defending champions is also going to carry weight. So you're the defending champions and you take care of business today against Texas. I think you'll jump to number 2. You'll jump Texas and you'll jump Ohio State. You'll be number 2 behind Georgia. Okay. Now, okay, so Sam Pitman, when I talk about culture and expectations, okay, in a bar, Arkansas's, the bar is low. Okay, it's totally different than LSU. They haven't won any national. They ain't won a national title since 1964. You know what was going on in 1964? The Beverly Hillbillies and Green Acres was the #1 TV show. Okay. I mean, man, come on. 1964. That's the last time Arkansas won the national title. Them fans will be happy with going 8-4, 9-3. They'll be happy. The playoffs is a dream to them. They'll tell you in a minute. Arkansas fan tell you the playoffs. Playoffs. We would just be happy to win 7, 8, or 9 games. That's what a Razorback fan would tell you. They are a basketball school. When you think about the University of Arkansas, you think about track and field, and you think about basketball. Calipari. That's what you think about. I don't think 9-3, 8-4, 7-5 is a success. But to beat this team right here today, to beat this team that a couple of us have picked to be a playoff team, that College Game Day, 3 analysts on College Game Day picked to win the Big 12 and to get in the playoffs with a first-round bye. Oh, this would be huge. I'm not going to poo-poo this. This would be huge. And I think that he pulled this off. If he pulled this off today, oh, he can go, no matter what happens the rest of the season, he could go back to this game and say, hey, look what we did against this Oklahoma State team. Look what we did against this team. This shows that if you give me more time, the program can have progress. And then you got to remember the bar is low. The bar is low. It's not like LSU, totally different. So yes, this would definitely help him. Not saying it'll save him, but it'll help.
All right. Anybody else? All right. Next question.
Yeah, I dropped the mic that time.
It sounds good.
Oh Lord.
You too late. You too late, bro.
Hey, listen. These folks, right? Hey, Arkansas fans don't know what to do. I think they changed it to lacrosse.
I cannot with you right now.
They got they a dynasty in track and field, though, bro. They are a dynasty in track and field.
All right. Next question. Which team can't afford a loss today? Texas or Michigan?
Who's it going to first?
D-Truth. Give me a second. I was thinking.
I'm going to go say Michigan. I'm going to say Michigan can't afford a loss today. Because all that turmoil that going on up there in Arbor, they can't afford that loss. Because they lose today, it's going to make that turmoil look a whole lot bigger than it really is. I'm saying Michigan.
Okay. Sniper?
Horns down. Texas cannot afford a loss today. After first of all, after we're back and we're going to be great in the SEC because we beat up on a team that didn't even deserve to be on the field with us. I think Texas is it can't afford their loss today because again, this is their introduction into the SEC. And again, majority of our teams have high standards. And if you can't win this big game right here against Michigan, and again, Michigan is not the Michigan of last year. They got one player. A defense, you throw to the opposite side, you have a better chance. So my answer is horns down.
All right, Armando.
Neither team can really afford a loss this early, but if I had to choose one, it would definitely be Texas, because Texas has more meat on their schedule left. Let's start with the Red River rivalry. Anything can happen in that game. How many times have we seen Texas come in that game ranked in the top 5, and Oklahoma looks like they're just down and out, and Oklahoma pull a surprise, and vice versa? How many times have we seen Oklahoma come in ranked in the top 3 and Texas pull a rabbit out the hat, and win the game? You never know. That's a rivalry game. Anything can happen. All right. Then you got to turn around and play Georgia. And then you got Texas A&M. And then you got LSU, which LSU is dangerous. How many times have we seen, ask that 2020 Florida team. Ask that 2020 Florida team that lost to LSU. LSU they were going through like a 4-game losing streak. Came into Gainesville and beat the Florida team that was on the verge of making it to the playoffs. As a matter of fact, LSU actually eliminated Florida from being eligible for the playoffs that year. So they got some landmines, more landmines on their schedule than Michigan. After this game, the biggest threat to Michigan, in my opinion, is Ohio State in late November. So Texas got some gauntlets in between. So they can't afford to lose this one, because if you lose this one, then you're going into that Red River rivalry. It's a must-win situation, because in Austin, you got to play the big dogs on October the 19th. So they better take care of business in Ann Arbor today. It's imperative for them. Texas is my answer.
All right. Next question. Was Brian Kelly outcoached Sunday night by Lincoln Riley? Yes or no? Sniper.
Hell yeah, he was outcoached. He was outcoached. But it wasn't till the mere end of the game, or the start of the mid third quarter. He was outcoached. He made the right, him and his coaching staff made the right plays and slowed down that LSU to a point where they didn't know what to do. Their scheme was so much better than LSU's. Yes, he got outcoached like nobody's business. And it was like, oh, LSU gave up. No, you didn't really give up. You just didn't know what the hell to do. USC had your number.
All right, Armando, are you done?
Come after me behind that.
Listen, okay. That you're forgetting a couple of things. Okay, number one, okay, you knew y'all lost John Emery. Okay, before John Emery went down, that USC defense had no answer for John Emery. He was averaging like 7 yards a carry. That kid was out there looking like Todd Gurley. He was running over that defense, around them, through them, over them. They had no answer for him. Then he went down. Then came those 2 catches. Brother, I don't care it don't matter if you run a lot. Rodney Harrison. You could be Darrelle Revis. That could have been Darrelle Revis out there. That catch that kid made from USC, there was no adequate defense for that. There was nothing that cornerback could do. He did his job. He was on the man. It's just the kid from USC just made 2 hell of a catches. And that led to some scores. So I can't say that he was out-coached Sunday night. It's just certain things just happened that just went in USC's favor. And sometimes it happens like that. And D-Truth, being an Auburn fan, sometimes, the football gods just shine on you. Sometimes it's just your night.
I agree. D-Truth.
I'm gonna say this right. I'm here. I'm multitasking. I'm gonna say this right here.
You're awake.
I'm awake. I'm multitasking. I don't know what I do on Saturday morning, but it's like Lincoln. I don't know, cause I coach, like he just said, players make plays, and some plays you just cannot coach. Plays that players make, you just cannot coach. And I can see if a coaching mistake is made, like when I'm gonna take that Arbor Alabama game when Alabama had 12 players on the field. That's a coaching mistake. Coaches should know that, hey, you let 11 players out there, the other team got 11 players, that's a coaching mistake. But that coaching, what the player did is not a coaching mistake. So I'm not going to say he got out coached in that game.
Okay, anybody else? All right, next question. Okay, should Oregon fans be in panic mode after the Ducks' performance last Saturday against Idaho? Yes or no? Armando?
Yes, 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 yes. Salute to you, Micah. In the words of Daniel Bryan, yes, yet listen, this is a FCS school, okay? You were picked by a lot of sports analysts to win a national championship. It was some fools on ESPN predicting that Oregon would beat my UGA Bulldogs in the national championship game in Atlanta. Are you kidding me? Yes. Yes, you should be in panic mode. You went from being a national championship favorite to struggling to beat Idaho, a FCS school. Oh yeah, panic mode, because what you got coming in today, if you don't have it together, if your defense don't show up, and if your offense don't score some points, you're going to take an L from Boise State. Yes.
All right, D-Truth.
I'm going to say, I want to say yes and no to this one. No reason I say yes, although that was Idaho and that was their first game. That's why I say that's why I'm say no panic mode. Cause I'm looking at the NIL and the transfer portal. We had talked about this. Teams like Idaho, against players that could be in Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State, Auburn, Georgia, Alabama, USC, schools like that. But they had schools like Idaho. So they got athletes. So we're gonna see this through the year. But should there be a pandemonium? If Boise State, if Oregon win a close one, then they should be in a panic mode. Then they should be in a panic mode. Even if they win a close one, they should be in a panic mode. Two close games, two two teams that you should be in. It should be a close game. Then you should be in a panic mode. After if they win this game close against Boise State, they should be in a panic mode, but not after the first game.
All right, Sniper.
What are we panicking for? It was the first game of the season. This is the first time they put pads on against somebody else. What am I saying? Yes, you should be in panic mode. Yes. Panic mode. Let's go. Because God dog it. Idaho. Damn the NIL deal. Damn the transfer portal. Damn all that stuff. You struggled against Idaho. Idaho is known for potatoes.
Why are you reading my mind, Sniper? I was thinking about the potatoes.
Boom, ain't got no sense.
Hey, Idaho is not known. If I'm correctly, Idaho is not known for any sport out there. Probably water polo. But no. Oregon, you had a Heisman candidate off the rip. Struggle bus. Your defense looked like they were confused the whole game. Struggle bus. Your offense could not move the ball that well against Idaho. Struggle bus. Y'all should be hitting that panic button right now, because Boise State is a little bit different than that doggone Idaho team. Boise State can put that defense on you. They can smother you. Y'all, hey, Oregon, you better get your lives together.
And truth, bro, you gotta stop the cap. Because I know damn well, man, if that would have been Auburn struggling with Idaho before a big game, before an SEC game, you struggle with it. That same Idaho team, bro. Come on, man. You cannot tell me that you wouldn't be concerned.
No. It's the transfer portal had Idaho good and stuff. Man, if you don't stop that mess with this NIL deal and doggone, man, stop it.
All right, next question. Should Clemson fans be in panic mode after Tigers' performance against UGA last Saturday? Yes or no, Sniper?
Now this Clemson is a little bit different than Oregon. Clemson's defense their defense is decent. Their offense needs to click a little bit. It need to get their footing better. You went against the number one team in the nation. So you should not be on panic mode just yet. You got a nice little, scrimmage game today. what number one? What Clemson will what? Oh yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. But anyways, yes, you have a nice, you got a nice little scrimmage today to get your offense rolling. All right, because you have a decent, you have a good quarterback. Not only is he mobile, he can dime you to death. He can doggone drop in the basket anytime he wants to. But you got to get you got to start clicking. You got to start gelling together. And so no, that you should not hit that panic button yet.
All right, Armando.
They got just so you know, in Clemson fans, you have a dynamic 5-star wide receiver. They're saying this kid is better than Justin Ross. Okay, so you're in good shape. Pair him up with Williams and that tight end, and you got that running back. Clemson is in good shape. You're still my pick to win the ACC. In my opinion, I still think even with that one loss, I think you're going to go on to win the ACC. That defensive line is no joke. And teams are gonna, in the media, they're gonna start finding that out as the season goes along. That defensive front of Clemson, it's a reason why they kept us out of the end zone in the first half. You don't too many teams do that to us. Keep us out of the end zone, have us kicking field goals in the entire first half under the Kirby era. Don't too many teams do that, okay? Not even Nick Saban's team. Where Nick Saban's team that in Indy, up in Indy, that's the only time it ever happened that Nick Saban was able to do it. Keep us out of the end zone for an entire first half and had us kicking field goals. But I say that to say, hell to the no. You ain't got nothing to panic about. You're in good shape. In my opinion, you're still the best team in the ACC, and we'll probably see you in a rematch in the playoffs. Good luck.
All right, D-True.
Like I said, first game of the year, no team should be padding at the first game of the year. First half, getting on the field, you don't hit each other doing practice and all this spring stuff like that. First time get that, and Rickles got to be ironed out. So first game, Clemson fans should be panicking right now. That's my take on it. Straight, sweet, and straight to the point.
The NIL deal didn't have anything to do with them panicking.
All right, next question.
I'm not
Notre
even going to
Dame.
question.
Wait a minute. Are we done yet? Because that was rude.
Hell no.
Go on to the next question.
That was rude.
Should I apologize now or later?
You could apologize now and later. Stop playing with me. All right, here we go. Notre Dame contender or pretender? Sniper.
I'm still not a believer of Notre Dame yet. Still not a believer. Yes, they had a good. They struggled. No, they struggled, and they battled out a good team at Texas A&M. But I'm not just there yet. I'm going to not say contender, but I don't want to say pretender neither. They need to have a third option on this one because Notre Dame, again, all the way up until the end of the game, they were losing against Texas A&M. Texas A&M got a new coach, and they played their butts off. So I'm gonna say they're in between, leaning more towards. No, I'm just gonna say they're in between. I can't put a thumb on which one they are yet, because I first of all I don't like Notre Dame. Second of all, they're just their first game, it seemed like they struggled in parts. They couldn't. No, they in the middle.
Okay. D-Truth?
I'm gonna say I won't agree with Sniper. They're in between because the first game, yeah, they might have struggled, but if they have another close, they'll know how to win, how to handle it. But if the second, third, if the third, the fourth, or fifth game, if you ask me that question, I can answer that question. Definitely, if they are pretender or contender. But right now, I cannot answer that question. That's a hard question to answer. Just after the first game.
Okay, Armando?
Let me see here. Notre Dame. They opened up the season by going into SEC territory. Not only just in SEC territory, they went into one of the most hostile stadiums in the SEC, a place that has been the house of horror for the GOAT, the great Nick Saban, a place that has been the house of horror for some of the great teams when they were in the Big 12. They went into College Station. It ain't like they went into Nashville and did that to Vanderbilt. It ain't like they went into Columbia and did that to South Carolina. Okay? It ain't like they went into Gainesville and did that to Florida. Okay? It ain't like they went to Starkville and did that to Mississippi State. They went to freaking College Station. Once again, a place that was a house of horror for the great Nick Saban. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. He took an L inside that venue. So I say that to say this. Contender all day for right now.
Did you say contender as of right now?
Right now, they are a contender. What other team has went into SEC territory and beat them? I'm not talking about on no neutral field like Vegas. I'm talking about going into a hostile place at night like Kyle Field and doing what they did. Contender, in
What
my
did they?
opinion. My thoughts, my opinion, brother. You just a Notre Dame hater.
No. As a football, I'm thinking of this as a football fan. What did they? Yes, they went into the 12th man, and they got a win. But was that win impressive with the players on the field? No matter where they've been or where they went, was their win impressive? That's why I'm not impressed yet, because I can't say if that win was impressive. Just because you went to a stadium and won a game. I mean, any dog find a bone every once in a while.
It ain't like they won on a Hail Mary. It ain't like they won on a lucky 2nd and 26 play. It ain't like they won on a lucky kick 6 play or a lucky prayer and Jordan. They kind of dominated that game. They led most of that game. Let's not poo-poo their performance. They led the majority of that game and outplayed them. Okay, so let's not poo-poo them now. And we are in the 12-team playoff era, bro, which means style points don't mean a hill of beans anymore.
Okay.
All you need is 1 point, a 1-point win now to get in.
Now you said, and I quote, they led most of the game. They didn't start winning the game until 5 minutes left in the third quarter. It was tied the first half 6-6.
They outplayed them also. How many times have you seen? Okay, they were tied 6-6. How many times have you seen since that program joined the SEC? How many times have they been kept out of the end zone in the first half in Kyle Field at night? I'll wait.
Bruh, what are you talking about?
I'm just asking.
You.
When have they ever been kept out of the end zone by a non-SEC opponent? When have you seen a team come from another conference and go into Kyle Field at night and do that to them in the first half? Now you want to harp on the new coach. Okay, I'll give you that. But guess what? Guess what's still there that didn't leave with Jimbo? That historic #1 recruiting class is still there, sir. They're still there. Yes. Only a couple of them left. Most of them are still there.
Listen, Linda.
Oh boy.
Don't do that, bro. Don't go there. Don't play like that. Don't play like that. But go ahead and say what you got to say. Because you're getting your ass handed to you in this debate. Don't go.
No,
there.
I'm not getting.
You're getting your ass handed to you. You're getting your ass handed to you because I'm asking you a simple question.
No fighting.
Tell me when the last time they were held scoreless in the first half by a non-SEC opponent. See, I come with receipts. I do my research before I open my mouth and speak sports, brother. That's all I'm saying.
Your receipts, sir, is about what happened, what they did, and what they didn't do.
That's all you can do by. The season has
the season just started, so we're gonna start the season as it starts. So what I'm trying to say is to debate your point. You said they started the game, that they led the whole game, they outplayed them. How do you outplay somebody when you're tied? Did Clemson outplay Georgia?
In the first half? Pretty much. Yes.
How do you outplay somebody and you don't even have the yards to prove it?
Okay.
I sit back and relax.
Hold on. The standard. Georgia has a way. Hold up. So you walked into it. Georgia has a freaking Heisman, #1 Heisman candidate. They have a loaded backfield, a loaded wide receiver core. Okay. Multiple tight ends. Hell, the fourth or fifth stringer could go start anywhere in the darn country. Our offense, way better. Analytically, way better than Clemson's offense. And they kept us out of the end zone. The only reason why they didn't score, because the receivers could not hold on to the dang freaking ball. Them freshman wide receivers could not hold on to the freaking ball. And they and a couple of dumb penalties. Other than that, from my eye test, and I told you this over the phone, that they outplayed us in the first half. I'm consistent. I'm saying the same thing on live that I said in private on the phone with you. Man, we getting outplayed. I said that. Did I not say that?
You said that, and I disagree with you on that too, didn't I not?
You said, well, let's wait till the second half. You didn't disagree with me that we wouldn't get. You said let's wait till the second half. That's what you said.
That's what I said.
Okay, all right.
But listen,
the record shows that you can't erase the fact. You can't usurp the fact that we didn't get outplayed in the first half. That's what I'm saying.
Think we have more yards than them in the first half. The A&M had more yards than Notre Dame in the first half. So that's the reason why I say that they're not pretenders, but they're not contenders as of today.
Name
Agreed.
another team with a better victory. Name another team that's in the top 10 right now that has a better victory than Notre Dame. Because they're being called contenders.
Name a better team.
Name a team that has a better victory. That went
victory?
that went into an opposing team's house at night on prime time and beat them. Name a team that has a better victory.
On that logic, A&M wasn't ranked.
A&M wasn't ranked, but they're still in SEC. They're still in SEC. They're still in the SEC powerhouse. They've been relevant.
Okay. You gonna argue until the earth is square.
But you're trying to downplay what Notre Dame did, brother, because you don't like Notre Dame.
No, they didn't impress me enough to say that they're contenders.
If it was on a neutral field, I would give you that. But brother, they went in the Kyle field.
And
they went in the Kyle field and did that.
Okay. Because it's all about where you go and play too.
Bro, what? So
agree to disagree. Agree to disagree.
Hold on. Let me get here right quick.
Really?
Let me get here right quick.
Throw the white flag in. Throw the white flag in.
He need to if he's sitting there saying the venue don't matter. Come on, bro. We're at the UGA fans in Sanford Stadium, bro. Come on, bro.
Hold on. Let me get in here.
For what?
When do we start evaluating a team if they continue to pretend after the first game? No matter what they played, no matter who they played. See, we got to start evaluating them after the third or fourth game. Oh, they continue to pretend. No matter the stats, no matter who I played, it don't matter what team. See, then that's what get these players head filled up. That's why they always wind up with the upsets. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter who they played, where they played at, who played better, whatever that. First game. You cannot evaluate a team off a first game they played. If they pretenders or contenders, because you don't know yet. It's only one game. You cannot do that. That's why I said I'm not either in the contender spot or the pretender spot. I'm waiting to see.
That's why I worded it today. It's not like I'm saying, oh, they're a playoff team right now. I said, in my opinion, today, right now, from what I saw Saturday night, they're a contender. Today.
He's going by their past.
That could change 3 weeks from now. I'm not crowning them a playoff team right now. I'm not crowning them national champ. I'm saying right now. It's just a week to week. That's what we're gonna do every week. We're gonna evaluate these teams week by week when they play marquee games like that. That's all I'm saying.
All right, next question. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, so let's not put them up on a pedestal then, because Miami was being put up on a pedestal for going down to Gainesville, beating up on a team that ain't been relevant since the pandemic. I'm just saying now, you know.
All right. Next question.
Damn shit, that wasn't nothing impressive about that. Wasn't nothing impressive about doing that to Florida. Several teams could have did that.
All right, next question.
We're already on the question.
Miami Hurricanes, contender or pretender?
They're my pick to win the ACC. their body of work was way more impressive.
What?
Bruh, look about what they did. Not look at where they were at. Let's not look at who's their coach. Look at what the players did. But in the same sense, I'm not going to, I do agree with D Truth. I'm not going to put them in contender or pretenders just yet. I just pretend, I'm going to consistently say Miami's going to win the ACC. Come with your history.
D Truth?
I'm still here. I'm not even going. Like I said, I'm gonna stick with my guns. First game, and I evaluate them later on in the season to get my answer. Cause hey, anybody could have went down and did that. Is that impressive? Kind of. But I want to see them play a affordable team. They got the same caliber athletes. So I can't say they're contenders. I can't say they're pretenders. So that's where I stand.
Hey,
all right, Armando.
I'm going to say, as of today, from my eye test, okay, speaking today, because what we're going to do, what we, as a sports podcast, we evaluate teams week by week. No one is crowning anyone a national champion or a conference champion today. We're just evaluating them a week by week. So from my eye test and what they done, what they did Saturday, yes, they are a contender. And also, I'm also looking at what they have coming up. And I'm looking at their schedule, being the fact that Florida State is down this year, and looking at what they have coming up on their future opponents on their schedule. I think they would be favored in majority of those games. They have a chance. Actually, they have a chance to either go 11-1 or maybe even 12-0. Okay, if you take a look at their schedule. So that is why I'm gonna agree with Sniper and say that they are a contender. But as far as what they did Saturday, yeah, the style in which they did it was impressive. But the opponent, that opponent, because you look at where how Florida has been recruiting. They've been recruiting in the double digits. Texas A&M has been recruiting in the single digits, like in the top 5, top 10, top 5. That class that they have right now, let's not forget that is the historical #1 class, the highest ranked class in the history of college football. That's all I was saying. But yes, Miami is a contender, no doubt. Today, it could change 3 to 4 weeks from now. We never know.
Let me ask a question real quick. We know that Texas A&M has single digits, historically #1 recruiting class. #1 recruiting class on paper. There goes that word again, paper. Unable to do anything with that class. When some of these teams are in the double digits and they are and they don't get the what they call 4-star, 5-star players and still win with those 3-star, 4-star players, then who really has the better class by the end of the year? That's why I don't look at stars and how many stars they got, where it come from. It's your body of play, how you play, how you prepare to play, how you perform during the games. So yes, A&M does historically #1 class, but again, since Johnny Manziel, what have they done?
They actually had a better year after. Let's see, Manziel was in 2012. They actually had a better season 8 years after Johnny Manziel left. 2020. And they had a gauntlet of a schedule, and they only lost one game, a close game to Bama. One game. Kept them out of the playoffs. One game. Where that Johnny Manziel team lost, if I'm not mistaken, they lost like 2 or 3 games that year. So their best season since they've been in the SEC was 2020.
And what have they done since 2020?
Well, I give you that, but you said they haven't done anything since Johnny Manziel. Which is it?
It's both. I mean,
Johnny Manziel did not play in 2020. Johnny Manziel did not play in 2020, sir. Kelly Mond was the quarterback. Kelly Mond was the starting quarterback. You said they have not done anything since Johnny Manziel.
Since Johnny Manziel, how many wins?
Okay, that was 2012. That was 2012, over a decade ago.
Okay.
Over a decade ago.
And how many number one classes they had since 2012?
They had one. They had one. And this is the class that they're on. And unfortunately, Jimbo, they parted ways with Jimbo Fisher. I think that was mainly because of Jimbo's actions, more so his coaching performance. Things that he was saying in the media. And certain things that was that I'm not gonna mention on air, but certain things that was occurring on campus that was involving Jimbo. So it wasn't just his coaching performance. Unfortunately, they had to, he left and Elko came in, but we don't know what Elko could do with this class because they hung with Notre Dame. They hung with them. And they're ranked in the top 10 for a reason. I'm not the only one that evidently feels that they are a contender right now.
Everybody else don't have the same thought process. They don't look at the body of work. They look at where they been, who they got. Come on, bro.
Okay. We'll see as the season goes on. I mean, you got your opinion about Notre Dame and Miami. I think they're both contenders based on what they've done and what they have coming up on their schedule. When
I'm writing down notes, bro.
I say a good chance of their chances are much better at getting in the playoffs versus some other teams.
All right, next question. Penn State Nittany. Lions contender or pretender? Sniper.
As of today, they're still pretenders. Their win was not impressive to me.
All right, D-Truth.
I'm gonna say pretenders because I don't see this horse opponent shows 2 minutes season since James Franklin been there. I'm gonna say pretenders.
All right, Armando.
I'm gonna agree with my two brothers. I'm gonna say pretender right now. West Virginia, from what I saw, it's more so from what I saw from West Virginia. West Virginia was a little overhyped in the offseason. They're nowhere near as good as we thought they were going to be. And that Big Ten is tightening up. That Big Ten is getting a lot more tougher. It's actually, that Big Ten is actually a lot more better than we actually thought they were. So I'm going to say pretender right now. I got to see them do that to some Big Ten opponents.
Okay. Next question. All right. Georgia Tech, Yellow Jackets, contender or pretender? D-Truth.
They never was a contender, right? But I'm not gonna say they are a pretender. So right now, I'm on the fence with them right now. I'm on the fence with the Yellow Jackets. Although both division was impressive. Although both of them were impressive, but like I said, I'm on the fence right now.
Sniper?
Armando, you know I'm going. I hate talking about these folks.
Can you just answer the question, sir?
Hey, listen, that offense.
Let them take your time. You new
Good gracious.
It's gonna be good. This gonna be good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is like drinking vinegar right now. You know what I'm talking about?
Be bad. I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. I know.
Georgia Tech had 2 impressive wins this the last 2 weeks. That offense right now, boy, I'm telling you, if you cannot stop that running back, I don't even know what his name is because I don't follow him like that. But if you cannot stop this running back and that offensive line, they're gonna be, as of today, they're gonna be contenders, okay? They're gonna be contenders.
Can you say that a little clearer? Because you sound kind of muffled. What'd you say?
I said they're gonna be contenders. Okay, I gotta go wash my mouth out. They gotta be.
Did you say contenders or pretenders?
No, he said contenders.
I just want to make sure I
his lip at the same time.
I have to make sure I heard what I heard.
Hey, D-Truth, I gotta go and get me some of that brown mouthwash. You know, with the hard liquor inside of it.
The one that you can only get at Family Dollar. Now that joker got man. You can put that in your gas tank.
Sniper, you need some Pepto Bismol on some casserole? Was saying that?
Man, listen, I'm about to go get some doggone acid and throw that and rot my teeth out.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
All right, Armando. Contenders and pretenders.
Okay, all right. Before Monday happened, I was all set to 100% agree with Sniper and come on here and say contender, because I actually did this list early up in the day on Monday. Okay, but then Monday night happened. Boston College ran through Florida State's defense like X-Lax. I have not seen that defense get ran on like that in probably 3 or 4 years. You got to go back that far. With that being said, man, that Jabari Haynes, I don't know what classification that kid is, bro. But if he is a freshman, like I think he is, he's gonna be definitely gonna be probably a late entry in the Heisman, because that kid reminds me a lot of Barry Sanders. He has moves, the way he hits the holes, and way he making defenders look like fools out there. They're gonna be a problem moving forward. Don't get me wrong. Looking at their schedule is very favorable, but I got to see them in the Carrier Dome today. I got to see it. I got to see them do this in the Carrier Dome today before I can officially call them a contender. So I'm gonna have to ride the fence with this one. I'm on the side. I'm more on the side of contender, but I got to see it in the Carrier Dome today.
So you ride with me on the fence on this one, huh?
I got to ride the fence on this one, bro. But I'm telling you though, if they pull this off today, if they go in there and do Syracuse what they did to Florida State, man, we got to start talking about them in a serious manner. Like, I'm talking about possibly challenging Miami and Clemson in the upper echelon of the ACC this year, for real.
And the thing is, they win this game. They 2-0 in the ACC. They in the driver's seat.
Yeah, for now. But they
For now.
play Miami. Don't they see Miami this year?
Yeah. But guess what? It's not in Miami. It's Barbados.
Yeah. And that game just became if they pull this off today, that Miami Georgia Tech matchup it just got interesting.
Check this out. They got NC State at home, Miami at home. They got Notre Dame at home. They got to go to Carolina. They got Duke at home, and they got to go to Louisville.
They have their toughest games at home. That's another thing I looked at too. NC State, the jury is out on them. I gotta see them. I gotta see what happens with them today. Also.
So and think about it, they don't see Boston College.
I can't believe you said that with a straight face, Armando. How could you?
Say what now?
I can't believe you said that so straight faced it.
I didn't want to, bro. Remember, I didn't, man. I thought they coming into the year, man. I'm thinking, well, they just gonna be another footnote on our schedule, bro. But hey, man.
But the thing is,
I have to start watching some film on them, bro. For real.
But here's the thing, though, for real. If you, and again, hate doing this, but if you watch their games,
did you mute up?
If you watched their games last year, you knew that they were on the come up. Because they wasn't getting blown out like the Georgia Tech of the past. They were really fighting. And once they got out of that, what's that offense they had? Once they learned how to pass the ball, can you imagine Calvin Johnson being there right now?
Man, they'll be in the top 5.
Man, that fast.
I saw some signs that they were improving when they beat Miami. When they went down there and beat Miami last year, I saw some. I was like, okay, this team gonna be a problem moving forward.
And let's not forget, they gave Florida State a run for their money too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It was just they last year, I believe Georgia Tech couldn't finish games. Under I think the coach, it was his second year. This is his third year. They couldn't finish games. But boy, that offensive line and that doggone running back. What's his name?
Jabari Haynes.
He is classified as a freshman.
Oh man. Oh my God, man. So we got 3 more years to deal with him.
Bruh, Jamal Haynes.
Yeah. 3 more years to deal with him.
No. I'm sorry. He is a redshirt junior. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was about to say.
Came out the good school of Grayson High School.
Grayson High School, man. Yeah, Grayson, bro. We got a bad one coming out of Grayson in that 2025 class, bro.
Yeah. But okay, go to the next one, please.
All right, next question. Alabama Crimson Tide, contender or pretender? Armando.
That group, the Platters. Oh, yes, you're the great pretender. And listen, Tide fans, let me tell you something. Okay, stop listening to Kangaroo Black. And KB, hey, bro, I love you. I love your content, bro. But you're being a little bit delusional over there, Kangaroo. You're being a little bit delusional over there. You over there talking like it's 2014. Like Nick Saban is still there. Like you got CJ Mosley and Amari Cooper and all of them gonna come walking out of that tunnel. None of those people are walking out of that tunnel. And you're gonna find out on the 28th when reality hits you in the face that you're not the same. That program is not the same without the GOAT. Nick Saban. Nick Saban left, and some of your key players left. Yes, you still got that good old line, but you're not the same. No one fears you anymore. And you still, this is the bad news for Bama fans, you still have that target on your back. Because a lot of teams that you kept out of the playoffs or seasons that you ruined, they want payback. And that man in Athens named Kirby Smart is one. He's going to make you pay. He don't just want to win. He don't want to just come to Tuscaloosa and get a win. He wants to come up there and win decisively, embarrass you in your own house. You are a pretender. You're a pretender, and you don't see it right now because you're thinking that win over Western Kentucky, you hope they're celebrating like you just beat Ohio State or Michigan or somebody. That's Western Kentucky. You have no idea what's about to come your way, especially on the 28th. Pretender, my answer.
Okay, Sniper.
You know when you have dreams about being with a woman and you pretend all day. What's that? It's just my imagination running away with me. Yeah, that's what you Alabama fans are. Y'all are just imagining that y'all are contenders. But listen, let's think about this realistically. You damn near lost to South Florida last year. You damn near lost to South Florida last year. Mr. Byram is coming back. The running back that had almost 200 yards rushing on you is coming back this year. You're done. This is your time to sit back, reflect. Just play games, just have fun. But you are what we call a pretender. You got Happy Feet Jones back there. The only reason why he got a win is because who did you play last week? Don't worry about it. Nobody cares. You are pretender.
All right, D-True.
Well, I'm going to agree with my two co-hosts. I'm going to agree with the pretenders. Western Kentucky wasn't nobody. Like you said, South Florida almost beat them last year. And they got South Florida again this year with a new head coach, which going to turn out different. And then after that, you got to go to Wisconsin. So they might be looking past South Florida in this game to Wisconsin. And then when they play Wisconsin, they're going to be looking past Wisconsin to the Georgia game. So I would say pretenders. Pretenders.
Okay. He said what he said, and he meant what he meant, and that's that. All right, next question. USC Trojans, contender or pretender? D-Truth.
Wait. Before D-Truth, you answer, I would like for you new to answer this question.
Contenders. They did an amazing job when they went against LSU. I'm just gonna say.
Me?
Yeah, they did. They did great.
Oh my! I can't believe you said that you knew.
But they beat them. They beat them. They beat them. I'm just saying.
If Emory wouldn't have went down with that injury, if that dude wouldn't have caught them two, and I ain't gonna say lucky. He made two good catches, but
I'm just giving them what they look. They got what they got. Okay, they're contenders. I'm sorry. My bad. Okay, I know. I love my LSU people, but hey, they messed up. USC did they thing. I say contenders as of right now. because of that game. If it wasn't for that game, then I would say Pretenders all day. Okay.
Salute
Hey,
to you,
Common
Common Sense.
sense.
Common sense.
What
Salute
up,
to you,
though?
bro.
I wasn't supposed to say
But
that.
no. But anyway, I would say Pretenders for right now. That was a close game. It was a good game. Although they did beat LSU, I'm still not convinced. Right now, they Pretenders.
All right, Armando.
I'm definitely not gonna call them pretenders because it was an impressive win over a team that I had up on had doing great things this year. I had LSU doing some great things, and I still think they will. They outplayed them on the field, and the Emory injury. I mean, we can have this back and forth. I mean, what would have happened if Emory would have stayed in the game, if he wouldn't have gotten injured? I'm gonna ride the fence on this one. I want to see them in Big Ten action, in Big Ten competition. I'm not gonna say they're a pretender because that defense has stepped up. That defense has definitely improved. And the offense, they found their quarterback. That offense is a juggernaut. So, but I got to see them do it against some Big Ten competition. So, on the fence for today only. But that will change. Salute to you, Julia, aka Profess. Salute to you.
Hello, hello. Okay. Sniper, what you gonna say? As you did it.
I'm saying that as of today, they are pretenders. And the only reason why I say that is that I got to see more of. I got to see Lincoln Riley take this team and make them good to great. Yes, they beat LSU, but again, woulda, shoulda, coulda. But if my man didn't go down when he did with the injury, blessings and hope you have a speedy recovery. But if my man didn't go down with injuries, it would have been a different story. Or would have been a different story. We don't know. But I got to see more in that defense. I'm going to say pretender.
Yeah, hoping for a speedy recovery. Hoping for a speedy
Yes.
recovery for John Emory. I hate that happened to that kid because at the rate he was going in that game, boy, he was definitely headed to 1,000-yard season, no doubt.
Yep, praying for him.
Question for you, Armando and D. True. Ohio State versus Oregon. 219. Was it? What was it? Where boy, I can't think of his name right now. When he got that knee injury. What was his name? Oh my God, I had just had it in my head. The year that Ohio State won the BCS.
You talking about when Barrett went down? Yeah, but that's quarterback though, bro.
No. Running back. The fastest dude. I mean, he tried the NFL and he had some good.
No, not Ginn, but Braxton.
No,
Braxton Miller.
Jamarcus, the Anthony. Which? Oh my goodness.
Which team he played for?
He played on Oregon.
You talking about the Black Mamba?
Yeah, he played on
DeAnthony
Oregon.
Thomas.
Yes, DeAnthony Thomas. If DeAnthony Thomas didn't go down, Oregon would have won that game.
They were playing Arbor that year. That was Arbor.
No, that was Ohio State, because Ohio State player, they won the BCS that year, bro. When old boy had that gruesome knee injury. Remember the Ohio State DB slammed right into his leg on the he like torpedoed into his knee.
Nah, I think you got the years mixed up.
No, hold on.
You thinking about old boy from Miami. You thinking about Willis McGahee and Chris Gamble. Chris Gamble made that dirty, and that play was dirty. He was aiming right for that boy's knee. That play was dirty. I know what you're talking about. That was that year when them refs they screwed Miami and them. That's when Jonathan Vilma and all them, they were trying to go for a back-to-back. They were trying to repeat as champions. Because
it was Ohio State. Miami versus Ohio State. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, because Mariota was playing against Ohio State. Yeah, Mariota was the Heisman.
That's why I got it mixed up.
Yeah,
the Fiesta. It was in the Fiesta Bowl. Okay. And that's the year that Ohio State won. Injuries are, those injuries, boy, I tell you, I feel for them fellas who have injuries, season ending injuries, just like Nick Chubb. His injury was that was gruesome.
Yeah,
I think I vomited when I saw the replay. That's how gruesome that thing was.
Yeah, the worst. Oh man, the worst that I remember seeing was Laquan Treadwell in that Auburn game when he was just about to score.
That's what I'm going to say.
That was like watching Joe Theismann all over again, bro. And they kept replaying it, man. And I don't know why the SEC network kept doing it, but they kept replaying it over and over and over, man. And they gave a public apology to the family for doing that. But that was a nasty injury.
Mm-hmm.
That was nasty.
That was nasty. I think for me, the Willis McGahee one was the worst one for me because you shouldn't have that dude. First of all, if I was Miami's teammate, that dude would have got his ass whooped. Sorry for my French, but he would have got his ass whooped.
That was a dirty play. That was straight up dirty
play.
Dirty. Mm-hmm. That was a dirty
You guys
play.
would probably be seeing my son playing if it wasn't for his ACL and his meniscus. He had to have all that reconstructed because he used to play football in high school.
Yeah, but was it done on a dirty play?
I don't know. It was not done on a dirty play.
Yeah,
he was just injured. It was a fluke. It was an injury.
Yeah, and there's so many kids out there that that don't get a chance to play football again, going to college, doing their dreams because of dirty plays like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, man. It happened on every level. It happened in high school. It happened in don't get it twisted now. Yeah, I done seen some dirty hits on the high school level.
Now I played against a dude that this team literally went. He was one of our best quarterbacks, and they literally every play, after the play was done, it was still trying to break his arm until they finally did.
That's horrible.
Mm-hmm. See, that remind me of how the Truth Old High School football team, y'all was some dirty Negroes back in the days, man. Y'all were dirty, bro. Y'all played dirty, man. Y'all was dirty, bro. Y'all played dirty. Y'all were dirty, man.
Hello. Hey, Snapper. You see how you try to make your teams look so innocent, right? They were too.
Man, we didn't do the stuff y'all did, man. Come on, man. Y'all folks on the ground pinching and grabbing folks' ears and poking folks' eyes and stuff, man. Grabbing folks' nuts and stuff on the ground, man. Come on, man. Y'all did some dirty stuff, man.
did too. Y'all did too. So, hey, we both did dirty stuff to each other, so you can't.
Man, y'all used to do it repetitiously, though, man.
Look, it's like dirty play. You got the little ones and you got the big ones. You got them little white lines, you got a big white line. No matter how you spin it, they all the same.
Hey, man, talk about horse collar. Man, they were clothesline. Man, that one dude, man, for D-True play for D-True team. Man, that dude Russian sickle one of our players, bro. They were the Raiders. They were like the Raiders, bro. The old Raiders, bro. That's how dirty they were, man.
Y'all just played dirty over there, huh? Let's go. Let's get these picks in.
All right, noon kickoff.
Who got their
Stillwater? D-True, mute up for a quick second. We'll go one at a time. All right. Stillwater, Arkansas, Oklahoma State. We've been talking about it this week. Talked about it a little bit this morning. Time to make the pick. Sniper.
Wait. Before you go, please tell us how we did last week.
Didn't nobody really keep up with it.
Who was? Wait a minute. I thought somebody supposed to write it down.
I wrote mine down, man, but I cannot find the tablet, man. I believe my daughter misplaced it. I can't find where I wrote everything down. You knew? Did you keep up with last week?
You got. I thought D-True did it, so I didn't even think about doing it.
Well, at least y'all didn't think I did it because I'm not in. So we'll leave that alone. All right. Well,
I'm gonna go look for it. If I find it, I'm gonna reveal it tonight.
All you gotta do, you ain't gotta do nothing like that. Just go look at the live and then go look at the picks. There you go. Easy. You don't gotta look for nothing. Just go to the live.
Man, you know how much time that's gonna have to sit there and listen to everybody's pick.
That's at the end.
And it took us like an hour and a half to make the picks.
Never mind.
If I have to do that, I will though. Sniper.
I got it. I got it. Armando.
I told you it was him.
See,
I told y'all. I heard him.
Armando was 4-5. You knew you were 2-7. Sniper, you were 4-5. I was 3-6.
Damn, you knew.
Hey, you knew. Guess what? We're not taking the trip. Sorry.
But you know what though? But so they add that 2 and 7.
Wait, I have 4 right. What are you talking about?
Hold on. That's what I said. You got to add 4 to the 2. So far she's what 6 and 7.
Yeah, don't play with me, doggone it.
No, hey, you're still under 500.
Hey, I'll go to Vegas by my daggone self and win.
All right, so
what you talking about, though?
Okay. So D-True, what were we at last night? We had 2 games last night. I know I lost the SMU game. Yeah. I fell asleep on that.
And you lost the other one.
What?
Yeah.
Duke came. So I was 0-2 last night. And the rest of y'all were 1-1. I was 0-2 last night.
So that makes 7 and 8 for me, right?
Yeah. But you got the total score. You got the total thing. So
who got the total thing?
So you get the total. So I said it to so you get the total.
Okay, so I was 4-5 last week. The week before that, I was what? The week before that, I was 3-1. So 4, 7.
No, Tom, ain't nobody underwater.
All right, let's get these picks on because I guess I'm going to have to be watching this Big 10, Big 12 game since DirecTV has not done the doggone contract yet.
No, it's that's gonna be on Fox.
ABC, right? Oh, Fox.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to see my dogs play.
Man, they weren't gonna, bro. Man, we could have DirecTV could have been all good, and they weren't gonna put that game on TV.
They gonna
That
put it
game was
somewhere.
gonna be on,
They gonna put it on
man.
somewhere.
That game was gonna be on TV regardless, bro. You know that, man. Come on.
But no, he gonna have to do like me. Find it on YouTube. Find it on YouTube.
That ain't got nothing to do with direct TV, bro.
Hold
That
on,
man
hold
was
on,
gonna
hold
be
on.
on TV regardless, man. You know that. Come on, man.
Stop saying YouTube. Let me tell you something. I'm sitting there watching SMU yesterday, the game, and all of a sudden it went not black, but it just started loading. Nothing was happening. So the game, I was not even able to finish it. So there you go with that one. So, you know, even YouTube, you can't even watch it on there anymore because they're getting struck.
Yeah, YouTube.
People are striking.
Yeah, because I couldn't find the SMU game last night.
Hey, Agent Smith, how are you?
You gotta go. See, they got different channels that show that. And some of them don't get struck, some of them do. So you gotta find the right one.
Okay,
all right. It's 11:30.
Well, then you send me the
right.
link for the right one because I'm tired of playing with these people with their doggone strikes.
Okay, it's 11:30. They done ended their watch part over there on Facebook. Salute, appreciate y'all coming out. They done ended their watch part over there. All right, so Arkansas, Oklahoma State, Sniper. Who you got?
Oklahoma State.
Okay, you got that on record, D. True?
Oh, you already know I got it wrote down. And for the record,
Okay.
I'm going Cowboys.
Okay. The guy, oh man, Bobby's struggling with this one. I gotta go with the Cowboys, man. There's no way Mike Gundy can drop the ball on this. Come on, Cowboys.
Cowboys.
All right.
That's a clean sweep. That's a clean sweep right there.
Okay. All right. Battle of the cornfields. Iowa State versus Iowa. Sniper. Oh, you got in this one, bro.
Whew. I think that Iowa's defense is going to stand up. I'm going with Iowa. And I got a story to tell y'all about Iowa later.
Indeed true.
This used to be a good rivalry back in the day, but guess what? Iowa playing at home. I don't think they're going to lose this game at home. I'm going to the Iowa Hawkeyes.
To me, it's still a good rivalry. I can sit down and watch it because the thing about it, these games always go down to the wire. It's never a blowout. It is always going down to the wire. So this is a darn good rivalry. But I'm rolling with Iowa. I'm rolling with Iowa, and the reason is usually when I pick Iowa in the game, they deliver for me. And that defense is just, you can't bet against a team with a good defense, bro. So the Iowa, I'm rolling with you.
Iowa State.
Oh.
Okay. She said she got that feeling. Agent Smith picking Iowa State too.
Ah.
Georgia Tech, Syracuse. Can they pull it off? They're going in the Carrier Dome, Sniper. This game right here, if they pull this off today, bro, they are a serious contender. I hate to see it. They will be officially a serious contender.
Georgia Tech.
You knew that, Georgia Tech.
Thank you for going first. You knew. Thank you so
jump
much.
right in front of right in front of the buffet line.
Yeah,
anytime.
Hey, but this is the only time I'm allowed her to do that.
Jump right in front of the buffet line.
Okay, Snipe. Okay,
hey, man.
Hey, look, I know you don't want to say it. But go ahead and spit it on out.
Go ahead.
Georgia
Tech. Gut, man.
Georgia Tech.
We can't hear you. You sound like you underwater. What'd you say?
Georgia Tech.
What was that?
Stop coughing. Can you please clearly say who you're choosing?
I said what I said, woman.
What did you say?
Georgia Tech, man.
I was going. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Rumble and Red, Yellow Jacket. Let's go Georgia Tech. I'll take the GT.
Two things always travel: a good ground game and defense. And Georgia Tech got both of them. Unfortunately, it's like taking medicine. It's like taking nasty medicine that you don't like to take, but you got to take it. Hey, Georgia, I'm picking Georgia Tech with this one.
Next team, come on, next. Hit the button.
That's a clean sweep of DT.
Woo, boy.
It's a tough one. That's a tough one. This is where I think somebody this right here gonna trip somebody board up right here. This is a tough one.
Boise State.
Dang.
I have no confidence in Oregon. Boise State.
True.
I don't care about that win, how they won last week. They won against Idaho, and they at home in Oregon. I'm going Oregon. Let's go, Ducks.
Oregon.
Bruh. Sniper. Remember Kent State 2 years ago? Remember Kent State?
Yes, sir.
We laid the egg against Kent State, and what happened the following week? What do we do to what it was Florida? what did we do? We destroyed Florida the following week.
Yes, sir.
So I say that to say this, man. And Dan Lanning come from the school of Kirby and the school of hard knocks. If anybody can get these boys motivated and get them ready, it's Dan Lanning. I will never forget that pregame speech that he gave them boys before that Colorado game last year. Dan Lanning.
Clicks and views.
Yeah. Dan Lanning. Can you imagine what that pep talk gonna be today? I'm rolling with Oregon.
Hey, Agent Smith, don't be cussing me because I picked Boise State. Don't be cussing me, Agent.
Hey, and then they put laughing emoji behind it.
Behind it, yeah. Hey, bro. Hey, listen. Let's go get some lunch.
Hey, this a tough one.
Is it the oof?
And before you make your pick, let me just point something out to you, Sniper. It's in Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte.
Neutrophil.
Well, that's a de facto home game, bro. For
yeah,
NC
that is.
State. Raleigh and Charlotte. I think they're like an hour apart from each other.
Mm-hmm. I'm still not a believer in Tennessee. They haven't. I think NC State got a defense that can challenge them a little bit. I'm gonna go with NC State.
North Carolina.
Will you let people finish first? You know.
Oh, I look at. Hey, I'm glad she got it out. So I go ahead and quickly write it down, and she can't change her mind.
Okay.
I'm going. Let go, Vols.
Oh,
Let go.
if I say it, I keep it. I don't change it. North Carolina. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but you got this thing where you just don't know how to just wait your turn. You was not very good in elementary school and preschool. You had to be in the front of the line.
So you now.
Damn, I hate to say this.
Sniper, I can't wait to meet you in person. I'm gonna hurt you.
Everybody talking about Tennessee's offense, but not enough people are talking about their defense. They got a defense. Even though that they played against Chattanooga, you can't erase the fact that they are loaded with talent. Although I don't think it's going to be a runaway or blowout like some people are predicting, I think it's going to be close. I think this game going deep into the fourth quarter, but I think Tennessee got enough to pull it out. I'm going with the Vols.
All right.
Who you got, Agent Smith?
All right, Clemson and Appalachian State. This a tough. Well, no, I don't think it's tough. Sniper.
Nah, hey,
in Death Valley.
In Death Valley. They coming down. They gonna drive the bus around the stadium.
They're gonna drive the bus around the stadium. They're gonna run down that hill and touch that rock.
They're gonna touch that rock.
Mm-hmm.
Give it to Clemson.
Well, Clemson.
Clemson all day.
Hey, but do know, Appalachian State do have a history of wrecking people's lives.
Yeah, I can see that happening, bro. But not, hey, bro, not after a week of being thrown under the bus, and you know them boys gonna come out angry tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You know.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Clemson.
Okay. And for the record, Agent Smith took EC State and he took Clemson.
Yes, a couple of people saying NC State. Ooh, this is tough right. Oh man, this is a tough one right here.
Colorado.
Hey, what
right
you
down.
knew you jumping the buffet line again? Come on now. you jump. Can't take you to no hibachi restaurant, boy. They be done throwing us out.
Throw us out.
Yeah.
Man, you go over there to doggone Golden Corral, you might get beat up.
Yeah,
I don't eat Golden Corral. Golden Corral is a bland type of food, and no, I don't eat that mess.
It doesn't matter, but you're gonna cut in front of the line. Somebody gonna slip off your damn kneecap.
I'm gonna cut off. Look, I'm gonna get in front of the line, and then I'm gonna get out the exit door. That stuff is nasty.
Who you got?
Contrary to everybody's belief, I'm going with Nebraska.
Let's go on Huskers. Let's go Cornhusker on Nebraska. I had rolled it down.
You knew?
I already said what I said, and I meant what I said.
You said Colorado.
Okay.
You forgot that I cut in line at the buffet. You forgot already.
Okay. I'm gonna say this like this. At the end of this game, people gonna be talking about Dylan Raiola. Dylan Raiola is gonna be the talk after this game. Nebraska.
Yeah, they're gonna be talking about him tripping.
This is gonna be his coming out party. Just wait for it. Just wait for it.
Woo! Go ahead. Go ahead. D True.
You man might well going right
Yeah,
down.
you can go
going to write it down.
Let's go down, bro. Ain't no use that question. Come on.
Auburn all day. Not for me. I'm talking about for you, Dietrich.
Snipe.
Hey, I love you, boy. But I'm gonna go with Auburn.
Definitely Arbor. Auburn is that sleeper. That's my sleeper for 2024.
You knew?
I'll just go with Auburn. I'm doing it for you, D-Truth. I'm going to just say Auburn. Just for you.
Don't do it for me.
And the main event. The main event. Michigan and Texas. I told you, bro, these are some tough picks. These are tough picks today. Michigan and Texas. Huh?
Texas.
Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew. Why are we being shot at? She jumped in front of you, took our parking spot. Pew, pew.
Who you got, Snipe?
Who you got, D-Drew?
Oh, you for me?
No, you go ahead.
Nah, you go ahead. I ain't jumping the line. I'm pretty sure I can.
Hey, listen, I'm allowing you to cover the line. You know what, y'all? I'm gonna tell you like this.
Y'all ain't sure about your picks. That's why y'all try to.
That's fine.
Let me go first.
Hey,
No, you go first. No, sir, you go
Look,
first. No, sir, you go first.
but no, he been going first, so I've been following protocol. You know what I'm saying? So that's why.
hey,
So
but hey, D Truth.
No. Go
Armando,
answer the
D
question,
Truth.
D True.
Hey, D Truth. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't certain about this one right here. I'm not. This could be the matchup.
Mute up for a quick second. Then. Okay, go ahead.
This could be the matchup that what one of it is the matchup that everybody want to see so early in the season. Erie or whatever the hell his name is. Ewers. Hey, my man's got a cannon. Will his team be able to hang on to it? So I'm going to say Texas. Texas.
you know what? You know what I had to go do? I flipped the coin beside this game. Sad. That's sad. And it landed on Texas side of the coin. Mondo?
You knew who you got.
Because remember, I jumped the line again.
She said Texas.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Don't be breathing all hard now. I thought you was ready.
Texas. I thought about this morning. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna put it. Texas ain't seen a defense like this. Texas, Ewers has not seen a defense like what he's gonna see today. He has not seen a secondary like what he's gonna see today. And I think Donovan Edwards is due for a breakout game. This is one of those games, one of those Saturdays where Donovan Edwards would just show up and show out. I think Michigan is going to put Texas, they're going to force Texas into a phone booth type game. Kind of like what Notre Dame and A&M had last week. You know, Texas is going to want to come out and spread it out, but that secondary, Will Johnson, like I said, in my opinion, the best DB in the nation, the best cornerback in the nation. I'm rolling with an upset. I'm rolling with Michigan. I'm rolling with an upset.
I like your theory there. Yeah. I like your theory.
Texas ain't seen a defense like this, bro. This ain't going to be Colorado State. That's for damn sure. As much as I hate to pick Michigan, I just feel kind of weird about this one, bro.
What else you got? That's it?
That's it on that one. Any rebuttals, any pushbacks?
No, I like your theory. I like your theory. And this was a hard game to choose from. I'm going with even though their coach was there some of the season last year, I'm still going to. He's not. Sarkisian got this one. He can outcoach Michigan. So that's why I'm kicking with them. I'm just upset right now because I have to watch Big Ten games instead of SEC games. I'm y'all not going to hear the end of this. You know what, Agent Smith? You know what? Me and you need to have a talk on one-on-one because you keep you everything I say, bro. You come after me, man. All right, I see where we going, bro. I see we going. We're gonna have to have us a little battle. Set it up.
But you know what? You know what game I'm surprised Armando didn't put on here? Baylor and Utah. I'm surprised.
Oh, that's a good one.
Y'all want to pick that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't got to have no picture to pick that one.
But
I'm rolling with Utah. Cam Rising. He came back for a reason. Salute to you together. Cam
Hey,
Rising.
together.
He on the same mission that Carson Beck on Sniper.
yeah,
He
you
came
right.
back for a reason. Yeah.
You right.
I got Utah on that one.
I got I'm going to stick with Utah with that one too. I think that again, Utah is one of my highly favorite teams to come into the playoffs. I think they got the firepower. They're due for one. They're due for a good season. And they got all the right components. So I'm going with Utah. I'm going with Utah.
I'm going Utah.
You knew?
Utah.
Sound like you said yeehaw.
Yeah, Utah.
I don't see any other games on here that's worth I mean, you got Marshall and Virginia Tech, but
And you got South Carolina and Kentucky, so that's it.
ooh. Well, Kentucky ain't got nothing to play for. They just gonna be they just hurting everybody's feelings this year.
Arizona, Kansas State.
Why you put that one up there, bro?
Women, no. That's on the 13. My bad.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, and I'm looking. I'm like, I don't even see it. Hey, can somebody tell me?
Here's the one I should have put up. I don't know what the hell I was thinking about.
Hey, sis.
We got another one to pick from?
Houston and Oklahoma.
What were you thinking, bro?
I don't know what I was thinking. We ain't gonna get a chance to see it though. But
yeah.
Houston and Oklahoma.
Somebody go before me.
I got Oklahoma, bro. I think this is a much improved Oklahoma team. This is year 3 for Brent Venables. I think you're gonna see a different Oklahoma team this year. I think they got it. They'll beat Houston. They in Norman.
Houston.
You knew got Houston, D-True.
I heard. I'm going. Let's go Sooners.
All right. Let's go Sooners. You better not prove me wrong. Texas Tech versus Washington State. Well, y'all.
How many more to pick from?
No. That's it. I was just looking at the rest of the games. Hey,
that's hard with the pick from. That's a hard with the pick from, bro. I'm for real, man. I didn't know if I would have fooled with that one.
Yeah.
So that's a total of 11 games right there. We don't pick. So,
hey, you knew I got a question for you before we get up off here. Start watching.
Oh, here we go with them questions. Go ahead.
Is your family surprised that you're watching more football this year than you ever watched?
Yes.
And had they been questioning, like, what the hell going on with you, mama?
Well, my husband just the other day, as a matter of fact, last week, Sunday, he said, when did you get back into football? I said, well, I got to stay on top of football now because I'm on this team and we talk about football. We do commentary on it. So I got back into it. Yes. That is a good question. And yes, that's what's going on.
Agent Smith, let's set up a meeting, me and you. We need to talk, brother. I gotta see where you at, brother, because you become
he a Washington. He's a Huskies fan.
He a what?
He a Washington Huskies fan.
Okay. And you're gonna stop bullying people in the chat, sir.
He cool. He just be
Yeah,
joking.
hey, listen.
That's how he is. He just be joking. He don't mean no harm.
Hey,
He cool.
hey, listen. Hey, that brings for a good show right there. Agent Smith
Mhm.
has set that up.
Washington. Yeah, man. One Saturday you hit the link, man. I'm gonna drop the link for you. Be a guest picker.
Yes,
Cause
sir.
some of them picks I agree with. Now I don't agree with the that one in Charlotte. I just no man. I hope I'm wrong though. I wouldn't be mad if I was wrong.
I'm telling you right
Hey,
now,
EJ.
EJ, what's going on, bro?
Salute to you, EJ. Salute to you, brother.
Yeah,
Hey,
last night he said he was coming over here last night anyway from Bolo.
Yeah.
I'm telling the panel right now, and I'm telling the chat, all of you fans out there, I'm telling you, if Tennessee loses this game, I say one more time, if Tennessee loses this game, and you're a Tennessee fan,
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to
it
hear it after the day.
I'm
For real.
coming. I'm coming. Matter of fact, I'm coming, and I'm coming hard. You don't know how many jokes I got for Tennessee fans, and I'll start writing a whole comic strip just for you, Tennessee fans. If y'all lose to NC State, I'm not playing with you. It is going to be on and popping.
Well,
Let,
get ready for your jokes then.
and here's another scenario I want to add to that too, Sniper. If NC State, if the Wolfpack beat the Vols tonight, bro, then that add then they add another storyline to the ACC, bro.
It
Do
sure
we
does.
need to start looking at the ACC kind of like the way we looking at the Big Ten?
We would. Because you know what? The thing is NC State has always been lurking around.
Yes, sir.
They always been lurking around. One loss takes them out
Yep.
of conversation all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's to the Clemsons. It's to the
Florida State.
Florida
Close
State.
game, yeah. Like that year with Jameis Winston, they had them. They took them to overtime and lost that game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So NC State's been around, but Tennessee, y'all talk so much trash because again, and I got a 6'6" quarterback, a 6'6" quarterback, and you should have seen what he did to the school of the blind. They were walking around in wheelchairs. Come on, bro.
What? Yeah.
Y'all bet not. I'm telling you right now, it bet not even be a close game.
It's gonna be close. I'm telling you that right. There ain't gonna be no blowout. That game gonna be close because NC State got a defense to slow that Tennessee offense down.
But Sniper, on your pick you took NC State. So you actually do you really want Tennessee to win because you took NC State to win?
Bruh.
Are you changing your mind, Sniper?
No. I'm just trying to answer this
Get up
question
under their skin.
I'm just trying to answer this question as professionally as I can. I am not nowhere near a Tennessee. Look, I can't even say the name right. Tennessee could be. Let Tennessee lose. I know I picked NC State. I picked NC State for a reason. Just the reasons I give and the reasons that Armando gave. But at the end of the day, if Tennessee loses to NC State, they can't. You know what? They can't. They can't. No. If NC State beats Tennessee, game over. I'm just saying. So you saying that I picked NC State to win? I know I did. But you didn't read the fine print. Let Tennessee lose this game. Y'all better have your salt tablets and Gatorade ready, because I'm coming at them hard.
Mm-hmm. Because what they got left on their schedule, and remember, it don't matter what Florida's record is. When Florida play Tennessee, it's always an interesting game because it's a rivalry. And then they got Oklahoma, and then they got Georgia, and they got Bama. Yeah, it's imperative that they get a W up there tonight. They got if they catch an L up there tonight, bro, man,
So
they're gonna be in some must-win situations moving forward.
So since the game's about to start, which games are you at the 12 o'clock hour, and the ones that you can watch? Which games are y'all paying most attention to as of right now?
That Michigan-Texas game.
That game comes in at 3, right?
That game come on. That game finna kick off right now.
Oh, well, then why the hell am I on? I thought that was a 3:30 game.
No,
I just
that's
watched
a
Penn
12
State.
noon game. That's a 12 noon game.
I just watched Penn State run out on the field, and it looked like they was just this jogging. Like they didn't care. Like they be there or not.
Mm-hmm. Who they playing?
Penn State?
Mm-hmm.
Who did we say Penn State was playing? We just went on them, didn't we? Oh, they playing Ball
State. That's why.
Ball State.
That's why, bro. That's why they don't care.
Dog it. Georgia Tech and Syracuse is playing right. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be flipping back and forth from Texas and Texas, Michigan, Georgia Tech, Syracuse, and the other one, Arkansas and Oklahoma State. I'm gonna be going like flipping back, but my eyes definitely gonna be on that Michigan Texas game, bro, because that right there is gonna
Yeah.
That's gonna set the tone for how the SEC. I want to find out is what Texas made of. We're gonna find out today.
Hey, I see you together. You're gonna be watching that Michigan Texas game too. Who you got there? Who did she pick? She picked Texas. I thought she picked Texas up here earlier.
Me?
No.
Together.
Together. Didn't she say Texas?
Hold on.
I thought she put Texas up there.
She put Texas. She picked Texas.
Yeah, there she goes. She put Texas. There it is.
Yeah.
That place is packed.
It is
jam packed. 100,000 plus.
You know the only reason why I like watching the Big 12 and the because they actually show the beginnings of the games, like they're doing right now. The national anthem, they show the players coming out. The SEC don't play that. They get straight to the game.
They get straight to the game.
All that bull. You rolling with Ohio until the playoffs. EJ, you know what? Go eat your cereal.
There you go, bullying the chat.
Oh, you said I was bullying the chat?
Yeah.
Yes,
I thought you was talking about Agent Smith because he was
bullying everybody. You.
Oh, my bad, folks. I didn't mean to be bullying. I'm not a bully. That's my fault.
Brady Quinn and Mark Ingram, they both picking Texas. Let's see what the panel gonna pick. Matt Leinart picking now. He got Texas.
Brady, yeah.
Charles Woodson, he gonna be the odd man. Yeah, I know he ain't picking against his old team.
The hell he ain't.
He got Michigan. You know Urban gonna pick Texas because he an Ohio State man.
Yeah, it is.
He picked Texas. All right, so 4 got Texas, 1 got Michigan. We'll see. We will see. All right, everybody. Any last words? Y'all got any last words?
I got my white handkerchief. Hey, see, look, y'all ain't gonna say something together.
I got my
What?
white handkerchief.
She in there, hey, she in there waving that white handkerchief around like she got a pom pom.
All right, so
She gonna throw that white. She's saying she's throwing down a white flag. That's what that means when she says she got a white handkerchief.
No, white handkerchief. That means somebody gonna be crying after the game. That's what she's trying to say.
Oh, hey, y'all see this face off right here? Wilson versus Conley.
Black peas and chicken grease.
Yeah.
Stop it together.
All right, y'all. It's game time.
All right, so in the last words, because I'm once I end it, I'm gonna get on up out of here, watch the game, and go grab me something to eat.
Yeah, hey, my last words is the hell what you say. Notre Dame is not a contender. Bye.
All right, D-True.
All I gotta say, War Eagle. Peace. See y'all on the post game show. Peace. We out.
Armando.
I want to thank everyone for coming out, joining us. Enjoy the rest of your college football Saturday. We'll see you back here later on tonight. We're going to get started around 8:30 on the post-game show. So we'll see you back here later on tonight at 8:30. Thank you for coming out. Make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment in the comment section. What do you think about the Michigan-Texas game? And last but not, take care of yourselves and each other. Be safe out there. And last but not least, go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Sick 'em.
LSU. All right. You guys ain't got to get up. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here. Have a great day. See ya.